By the end of this video, you're going to know how to make at least $300 every single time you sell a simple but beautiful website, how to sell it, and how to get the customers to even see your offer. I'm also going to give you 70% off of a very valuable tool that will help you do this on repeat. Throughout this video, I'm going to give you 3 Easter eggs that's going to show you exactly how to get that 70% off. I won't post it anywhere else. So you have to watch the video to see how to get the 70%. Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is because this is very powerful and it is something that I have been studying with my members for the past several months. Look at this. So we're on your first 1K, which is my new membership where I'm teaching 274 plus people how to make $1,000 in 1 month extra. And look what Anjanette just said 18 hours ago. She said, small win worth celebrating. It's a big win because it's the entire challenge. She said, I just crossed over $1,000 in profit this month with my $300 website offer. I'm especially proud because I took what I've been learning inside this community and actually put it into action. I kept showing up, reaching out, and improving, even when I didn't have everything figured out. If you are still working toward your first sale or trying to gain momentum, keep going. Your idea doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to solve a real problem, and you have to be willing to put it out there. This is only the beginning for me. So, what she's talking about is the 300 website offer that I teach. And I said it here, so I made a comment here. So, I teach this strategy. If you can find this video on my YouTube channel, you'll get a bunch of cool information. But it's basically you're learning how to make a lovable website. Lovable is an AI platform that lets you type in a sentence, a paragraph, or a longer prompt, but very simply if you want to, that teaches you, makes the AI build the website for you. It's so, so cool and it's beautiful when it comes out. So I have so many of these websites that I've built, and I had been building these websites, landing pages, sales pages, even lead magnet tools for myself to use with my customers. And then one day I thought, I wonder what would happen if I sold one of these, if I sold a website to someone else who needed it for their customers. And I was able to sell several, like 12 websites for $1,000 each. So that made me understand, okay, so the websites that I made were a little bit more advanced. What if it was just a landing page that was beautiful and clear and it made it easier for a local salon or dentist office or plumber or author or anybody to have a place where people could actually learn what they do quickly, easily book with them, and have some sort of nurture sequence. That is what I teach you. So the first Easter egg of 3, remember we're going to get 70% off. The first Easter egg is I want you to comment your age and location. Now you can do age range if you want to, and don't have to do like precise location. You can say your city, your state, your country. Age and location is the first of 3 of the Easter eggs. So you're getting closer to your 70% off. So let me show you even more proof of this. In my Your First 5K club, because I have a 5K club, if you see here with this, I just searched $300 because that's the kind of the magic number of what people are charging. People can charge like 150, that's working too, and they've charged 500, that's working too. I charged 1,000, but 300 seems to be the magic place that makes the most sense to get started. So Keisha says on May 27th, the quickest 300 from Arlan's video. Huge shout out to Arlan for dropping that video yesterday because, baby, the gems were on point. The crazy part is, I got my first website client while I was still watching the video. And then she goes on to talk about how she did that. And then there's more. Tamika, she made 300 during our hackathon. Then she went on to make another sale at the airport. I did two interviews with her, and you can see these on YouTube. It's not like I'm just saying them. They're all on YouTube. They're real. In fact, I'm gonna do this. This is the first video. I'm gonna actually show you a little bit of it. Okay, and get ready for your part two of your Easter egg. I wanted to just get you on here real quick and tell the people what I just read. What did you just post inside of your first 5K after our hackathon? What did you post?
Right. Okay, so I joined the hackathon on the same day that it launched on June 3rd, and I went to both sessions and I recreated a website from someone that I knew. Their website did not look good to me. It wasn't the best. And so I redid it. And then this morning I sent them a text and I was like, hey, pretty much I looked at your website. I saw that it could, some areas where it can have a little more polishing. If you're open to looking at it, let me know. And so they responded and they said, sure, let me see it. So I sent them a link and they were like, oh, it's different from mine. And so I know them. So I was like, yeah, that's the point. I recreated it. It's more polished and it's more succinct and it's more structured and it's appealing to the eye. And I was like, well, anyways, I just wanted to show you what was possible. I was like, so, if you want to do anything with it, let me know. If not, it's cool. That's what's possible with your website. And then they responded, what's the cost?
Ooh. And to tell you what happened, she told him, and then she sold that website. And this is the story of so many people. I'm going to show you some more of these. Let's see what I can show you. I'm going to show you some more of these examples because they're just too cool. Just too cool. Thank you for being here. Here's the second part. Here's the second Easter egg. The second Easter egg is for you to subscribe to this channel if you are not already subscribed. If you're subscribed, you're all good. Don't unsubscribe. We just recently reached 250,000 subscribers. And I'll show you this. Messages every day. Is this real? Do people really make money with what you teach? Is this real?
I am real. I did the 2-day hackathon. I made $300 the very next day after the hackathon. A week later, I met a lady in the airport and I sold another. So it's real. You just have to apply yourself. After I did.
Okay. That's one.
Good.
Keisha, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
It's good to see you.
Okay. So this post up there, and I was like, okay, let me check out this. Let me check it out and see what it's all about.
So let me tell you what happened with Keisha. Keisha sold a $300 one. Everybody here that I'm showing you sold one. Alicia, at least well, one. I'm so happy to have you here. What is Lovable as you describe it?
Lovable will create custom websites, landing pages, whether it's multiple pages on your website, whether it's a one-page landing page. It's pretty awesome and it does it super fast.
So she learned about Lovable from our hackathon. And one more I'll show you. MK, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Doha in Qatar, in the Middle East.
So for those of you who say, can this happen outside of the US? Yes, please pay attention.
Yeah, I'm originally from South Africa, but we moved here in October.
And you're in your first 5K.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you recently posted about something, so I had to have you on here. Can you say what you posted about?
Yeah, so I posted about my recent venture into building websites, landing pages,
Yeah.
and a few lead magnets. So you recently posted the video advising us on how to get started doing that.
Yeah.
And I'd actually started a few days before that. A friend of mine who's a business partner works with a doctor, and they
So he goes on
screen.
to talk about how he took the advice from that video. He then joined the hackathon. And then just did what I said to do, and he sold multiple sites at 300 each. So that's the what we're talking about. It is an AI platform called Lovable that you can go to right now called lovable.dev. That's the website, DEV, Lovable with no E in the middle. Lovable. And you go to it, you talk to it, you just say, this is what I want it to look like. Now, if you're saying to yourself, okay, that sounds really simple, but I don't know exactly what to tell it to set to do and how to make it beautiful. That's where I come in. So I, in my hackathon, have given you the exact AI prompts and instructions that you just copy and you paste it. And that's what each of these people did. They copied it and then they pasted it and they were able to make a website landing page. Now, you may say, well, if everybody's copying it and pasting it, isn't it the same? There are billions of people in the world, and only a few thousand will see this ever. So there are 8 million people who use Lovable and 8 billion people in the world. So that means that that means that there are 7,992,000,000 people who don't use Lovable. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a big, big, wide blue ocean for you. And I just want you to win. Listen, let me be real. Can I be real with you? Let me know in the comments if I can be real with you. I don't make a lot of money. Well, let me say it like this. I make a lot of money. I make a lot of money on low ticket things like $99, $250, $300. I do make money. I shouldn't say that. I do make millions of dollars on that. But I make even more charging people a lot more money. Businesses and people who make, a good living, that kind of thing. And so I'm not good. I don't want to lie to you, right? So I do make good money when I put out like, oh, I'm going to do my 360 pass, or I'm going to do my hackathon, I'm going to do my 1K challenge. I'm making like 50, 80, 100,000 at a time. That's what I'm teaching you. But that is not like the main thing that I do. The main thing I do is a couple of other things that involve more money. And the reason I'm saying that to you, I hope I can be vulnerable with you right now, is because I'm not doing these videos so that I can be rich. I'm doing these videos so that you can be rich. Can I get a little feedback in the comments if that struck you? I'm not doing these videos so I can be rich. I'm doing these videos so that you can be rich. I am just giving away as much as possible for free or close to free as possible. Like sub $500 as much as humanly possible. All of my peers in the info space for business charge thousands of dollars for the same information that I give you. And I have no problem with them doing that. I think that they should. They should because it's valuable. But I personally just want you to know this stuff. And sometimes I charge for it when it makes sense because I'm going to be an example to you and it helps pay the bills. But think about the price points that I actually do. Think about the $10,000, $18,000, $25,000 thing, $40,000 thing you saw, and my $360 thing. And to that point, before I tell you how to get customers and how to use Lovable, I'm going to tell you the third piece of your Easter egg hunt. Okay? The third piece to get 70% off of my Lovable hackathon so that you only pay about $30 to learn a skill that the first time you use will make you 300 or more is you go to my Stan store, which is Stan, STAN .store, STORE, / Arlan, ARLAN. I'll put that link below. And then you put, this is the most important part to get the 70% off. As you're checking out, put in the discount code EGG70, EGG 70. EGG70, all one word, when you go to the hackathon to get 70% off for that item. Okay? Then you join the hackathon, you see the replay. You're going to see an amazing tutorial that I filmed live with hundreds of people. You'll see the replay of that. Go through it as if it's live. And you'll also get a link to the prompts that are extremely valuable for you. Okay? There's also something called the AI Genie that I put together for you for free, and I'll link that in the description too. So even if you don't get the hackathon, you can go so far with the AI Genie. And if you do get the hackathon, add the AI Genie to help you, and you'll see how cool it is. So speaking of it, I'll show it to you because it's going to tell you how to it'll show you how to do what we're talking about. Like, how do you actually make these websites? It's pretty fun and pretty simple to do. So if you go to my Your First 5K membership, which is free, and you go into the AI section in the classroom, learn AI for business inside of the classroom of Your First 5K, and you click there, go to the AI Genie build and sell websites section, and then click on the Genie link. You can read that, of course, but then you click on this and it takes you to a page that is absolutely free. There's no credit card needed. It's not. It actually was going to be $1,000, but I took away the price a few months ago. And you scroll down and there's a whole tutorial here. And then you scroll down and look, any kind of website that you want, I tell you what the website is for, what it looks like, and then I give you the prompt that you just copy. And then you paste that prompt into Lovable AI. Okay. And Lovable AI costs, I think it costs like $30 a month or 20 or $30 a month. So you do have to have an account to actually do this. You can even start for free though to test it for like 5 credits. But I highly recommend if you're going to do this as a business that you just go ahead and get the account because you're going to need it. You're going to need it to host these websites. So you take this and you copy and paste dental practice, chiropractor, plumber, HVAC, electrician, house cleaning, so on. It keeps going. Real estate. Think about if you just chose one type of company in your own town and you did nothing else. And you said, I'm going to just go to all the real estate agents in my town and I'm going to either make a site for them ahead of time and show it to them, or I'm going to just ask them if they want me to make one. Think about how many, I would do a search right now on Google and say, how many real estate agents are there in my city or even my zip code? But I would do it in my city, right? And you're going to get a number that's going to surprise you. And you're going to say, well, let me go look at some of those websites and see what they're already doing and see if it's a nice website. And if you feel like you can do a better job with Lovable, which most people can, if you saw those videos we talked about, then you just imagine 1 out of 5 of them say yes. You make 5, you do it all for that one price per month. You make 5, you send it to 5 people, you walk into 5 places and you say, or you roll into 5 places and you say, hey, I made this for you. I can complete it. It's 80% done. This is the mock-up of it. This will help you get more customers and help them book with you easier and da 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 da. Do you want that? And then 4 of them say no, I'm good. And one of them says yes, you've just made $300 or $500 or $1,000. There's this guy named Ray in Alabama, and let me see if I can find him fast enough. We did a video with him. Let's see, Ray. See if I can find him fast enough. Well, first of all, I'll just show you the testimonial he gave because he gave this testimonial during our interview. I'll show you this if it'll let me.
to just streamline any of your processes. If you're in business or you just a creator or just an influencer, just whatever your heart's desire. Arlan Hamilton has put out such a great program with Your First 5K to give you not only the information, but a roadmap on how you can take what you're already doing and put it in. It has been constructed in such a concise way to where you get inside of community, to where you're not alone. The information is there and it's laid out into such a cookie cutter format that you don't really have to think about it. It's one, do this, two, do that. It's a step-by-step system. And guess what, guys? It's free. And she's giving so much value that when you get inside, she has all these other things that are obviously paid. And you're like, you know what? If she's giving this much value away, you'll be compelled to upgrade because there's more value there that can actually help you move faster in whatever your endeavors are. So Your First 5K is such a wealth of knowledge. There's a lot of free resources there to catapult you into whatever you're trying to do online. Get your visibility up. If you want to get into school, there's a school platform course that's in Your First 5K. It's free.
And he goes on, and I love him for it. And then we did an interview. This came from that interview where he talks about it. When did you join Your First 5K?
Less than a month ago. I loved everything about it, and I came across Your First 5K and I said, why not join and see what all she has to offer?
And then what has happened since you joined?
I would say learning about some of the AI tools you presented to help build some website. Some of the things that you allowed us to use in Your First 5K for free. I was like, oh my gosh, you're giving away so much value. Why not use it? And in using that, I've been able to sell 2 websites to 2 local businesses.
Can you say how much you charged for the 2 clients?
The first website was around $300 and
yes.
The second website was $500. This wasn't a number that I just pulled out of the hat. These are some of the recommendations that you gave throughout your classes. I mean, literally, how much work that you put into building the prompts and all this stuff. I just say, you know what? Let me go ahead and use your recommendation.
Wow. Who are you? So, and I mean, let me say, if you're saying, well, who is he? Because I want to know if I relate to him. You, and what do you do?
Yes, my name is Ray Robinson Jr., and I am an entrepreneur. I've been in business for several years working for myself, and just recently got into the space of digital media creation and helping businesses launch their business and also manage their social media and help building web pages.
Oh, I love that. And where are you based?
I'm based out of a small town in Alabama called Prattville.
Prattville.
You ever heard of it?
I have not heard of Prattville. Okay. So here's the game plan. You're going to get a lot more training, either free inside of Your First 5K and the AI Genie, or you're going to pay a little bit of money, like $30 if you did the Easter egg, and you're going to get the full training. You also, there's other places that you can learn this. You can just go learn on your own, and I would be happy if you did that because all I want you to do is win. That's the game plan, is you're going to learn a lot more, but I'm going to tell you the overview real quick so you understand how this works out. So the big picture is you learn more about Lovable. It's very simple to learn. I mean, people are learning it within minutes, okay? People of all ages. You learn how to use it. You learn how to prompt it either by taking my prompts or just learning how to, type through, or you can even go over to ChatGPT and get the prompt early, get it for free, and then move it over to Lovable, okay? Because Lovable takes credits after a few uses. You start to figure out, okay, this is the type of person, or this is the person I want to sell this site to. I'm going to go look at their current site and see if their current site looks good. Does it look good? Does it feel like I know what to do on it as a user? Is it easy for me to contact them and to book a session with them? And if it's not, that's gold for you, because you don't have to be mean to them, but you can say, look, I went to your website and I think there's a lot that we could change about it that would make it so that more customers come to you. And like I said, right here is where you make the decision. There are 2 ways to do this. You can build the site ahead of time, get it to about 70, 80% done, because you're going to need their input for the rest, and just use the prompts to get it close, put their name in, kind of use some of the pictures that you see on their site, and you take that mock-up to them or email them that mock-up or ask them in a DM, can I show you the mock-up, right? Like, I built this for you. Would you like to take a look at it? They look at it, and then you say, if you would like for me to complete it and to connect it to a host, I will host it for you for this amount of money. And then you do that. This is one way of doing it. You do that, you send it out to 5 or 10 people, hoping that 1 or 2 say yes. So that would be the way that I do it. I'm always going to do it that way because it's so impressive. Even though it's more work, it's more impressive because you can build these sites in about an hour. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yeah, my work day consists of me making 4 sites and then selling the rest of the day. And if I can get one to buy for $300, that's a $300 day. I'm gonna do that all day. The second way you could do it is not to build ahead of time, but to go out first, look at, audit the site, send them an audit, or say, can I jump on a call with you and tell you how I think I could change your site for you? Or just send them an audit and say, look, this is what I want to, what you could change. I can do it for you if you'd like. This is another really impressive way because it just shows that you care. Now, of course, there's a third way, which is like, hey, knock on the door. Hey, can I make a website for you? Yours sucks. You could do it that way, and some people do, but those first 2 ways show the potential customer that you actually care. And yes, you're going to get more no's or ghosted than you're going to get yeses, but it's a numbers game. So you got to decide there. And this takes work. It's not just like you push a button and you lay back and you don't have to do anything. You are going to do work, but let me tell you something. Over and over and over again, I'm seeing my members and my students getting this, like having this as the thing that wins over and over again. I'm going to show you one more thing, and then I'm going to show you about customers. Okay, so if we go here, let me see, where do I want to go? So there's a woman who made, I'm going to do member wins in the 1K. And then look at this. People have a lot of wins I have to go through. I'm crying with excitement at this very moment. Let's share wins. Candace is going viral. Let's see. It's so many of them. So amazing. Okay. So I don't find it here because there's so many. But there's a woman who made $1,000 here. I know where to find it. She made $1,000 in her 9th day. Right here. This video. You can find it on my YouTube. PJ. And what's really cool about this is PJ, today
Yes.
on the Your First 1K challenge, she said she's in her mid 60s. PJ is in her mid 60s, okay? And what she did, which was so cool, is that she sold 2 $300 websites. And then one of the people she sold the $300 website came back to her about a week later and said, what more can you do to help me? And so she sold her a $1,000 social media package. This is over and over and over again what is working. Now, you may say, well, okay, that's my offer. I kind of get the offer now. It's been really tough for me to figure out what to offer. I like that. How do I get people to see it and buy it? Well, there are multiple ways, okay? And I'm going to tell you just a few, but during the hackathon, I teach you a ton more. And throughout Your First 5K and all of the free stuff that I have on Your First 5K, YouTube, and the paid that I have on Your First 1K teaches you this every step of the way, so you're not going to be alone. But basically, you can watch this video and get everything you need. So I like to take notes when I talk, but you basically have 4 main sources of traffic. Okay, so write this down. One source of traffic is warm outreach. Okay, I'm going to explain each one of them in a moment. The second source of traffic is cold outreach. The third source of main traffic, there's hundreds, but the third is paid ads. And the fourth is organic content. So you have warm outreach, which is you talking to people you already know or who already know, like, and trust you. So past clients, your family, friends, friends of friends, referrals, warm people, people you've worked with before who've asked you to help or anything like that, which is like really, really solid. And I'll tell you now, of the four, that one is the one that represents, in my experience and in the surveys I've done with my clients and my students, 74% of the people who said they've made money from what I've taught them have made it from warm outreach first, meaning the first 1,000 or the first 5,000 or more comes from people they already know or who know, like, and trust them. And there's a whole, we spent an entire week talking about this in multiple of my groups here because it is so, I know it's like this thing of like, oh, I don't want to sell to people I know, but you figure out like, oh, actually, they need my help a lot, and I'm actually doing them a disservice by not sharing it with them. Cold outreach is my least favorite because that's really when you like either do like automated outbound emails or you go and you just try to like get in people's DMs and like, or like they don't know you, or you try to, it's like this thing where you're like, oh, hey, I'm doing a value post and commenting. It's not that it's bad or wrong. It's that it's my least favorite because you have this warm audience where that would go over much better. I'd much rather be in a DM conversation with someone who at least knows who I am than to someone who's a stranger that I'm kind of begging to listen to me. And there's a lot more volume you have to do on the cold side. You have to reach out to so many more people on cold rather than warm. The third is my favorite, absolutely. Oh, sorry. And the fourth is my favorite. The third is not my favorite. The third is cool, but it's not what you should do first, in my opinion, which is paid ads. So paid ads are when you buy on Meta, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever, you spend money to boost or to do a whole campaign. I have done these in the past. I mean, I used to advertise on Facebook 20 years ago. So, I mean, it's not like it's something I'm against. And I have a little bit of ad spend that I've been doing, but mostly I love ad spend when it's paired with organic and it's just meant to help amplify and augment the organic because organic is my favorite. If I have an option between spending money to get clients and not spending money to get clients, which one am I going to choose? Which one are you going to choose? Tell me in the comments. Okay, right now, tell me in the comments. Would you rather spend money on ads or make some free content and get customers? So for me, making content just like this is my favorite because you get to know me. If you're still here after all these minutes and you've even done something that I've asked you to do, or you've commented or subscribed or gone to my stand store, you're proving the point right now. This is what people will end up doing with you. Now, the content takes longer. That's why most people don't do it. So it takes a while to get really good at Substack or LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram. But once you get good at it and you know what you're doing and you understand the intention behind it and you start to see results, you can do that for years. Like we just reached 250,000. When I say we, I mean I did and you did. 250,000 subscribers on YouTube, which for a business info channel is like reaching 1 million almost in entertainment. So it took me 2.5 years to make that work. But that's a really short amount of time when you compare it to the 25 years that it set me up for. Are you hearing me? I'm telling you stuff that I tell people who pay me so much more money. I hope you're hearing this because I just want you to win. You got to have this mindset and this reframe in order for the other stuff to work. So you have those 4 ways of traffic. So what I would start with if I were you is warm outreach, bar none. Just start reaching out to people and then put up some organic content on places you already post. So if you're already on Instagram and you have 500 followers, start putting things up. Put up a video that says, "Hey, I'm offering I'm making landing pages for anyone who needs XYZ." Or you could think about a certain type of person your customer avatar. The more precise you can be with who the person is you're serving, the easier it will be for you to talk to them and find them and for them to find you. So if you only do websites for musicians, that's really going to help you because you can just over and over again. And then when you get you get the customers, they're probably going to tell their musician friends about it. You see what I'm saying? If you only do it for this type of person or this type of industry, you just continue to compound that. So you're gonna the skill of using Lovable is very simple to learn. The how is in going to test it on your own, type in something, you'll see it instantly how it works. And if you want to go a little bit more advanced and in depth, you can get my YouTube videos, your first 5K for free, or you can pay a little bit extra and get all kinds of support on this other side. And then you're going to think through your strategy of, do I want to build these first and then take them out to people, maybe impressing them a little bit more and getting their attention a little bit more? Or do I want to try a different route that doesn't have me doing all this upfront work just to see if there's a little nibble, to see if it's worth it? Do I want to reach out to 10 people that I know who could probably use this, or ask them if they want to jump on a call? We can do an audit. I can talk to them about what they want for their site. I could do an audit and then I could do this. Or do I want to package it a little bit differently? Now, if you're asking yourself questions, you don't know what to do, you don't know what the answers to this are, please believe me when I say that there's more. There's more for free and there's more for paid. So this isn't the end all. But for many people, this will be enough to get started. Hopefully, it's an inspiration to you to go and do that thing. If you don't want to do AI landing pages and sell them, you don't have to. It's just a really great skill to learn. It's something that not a lot of people are doing at this kind of sweet spot place. Like a lot of people are doing AI agencies and they're making AI agents and bots and customer service dot dot dot. It's cool and we need that, but that's kind of like a different level. And then most people are just not doing anything or they're doing things for themselves. So you would be in this sweet spot of it's like $300. It's not a high risk for that author or for that dentist office to give me a try, or that pizza shop. It's not a high risk for them. And it's not a high risk for me to get a $20 or $30 a month AI platform and make a few of these sites and get better and better and better at it, and have to put myself out there. Now, you can go door to door like I used to and ask. You can get on calls like I used to. You can email people. You can DM them, etc. You can even just put content up. You're saying, can it be faceless? Yeah. Show, like I just showed you a few things and I was like, okay, look at this website, look at that, look at this video. I could have my screen completely off. Look, let me show you what I mean. Let's say I was doing this and I was like, yeah, I just made this website for you. And let's pretend this is the website. I just made this website for you. Now, I could make a video instead of calling anybody. I could make a video. I would go into my Zoom. I would turn off my video of me if I wanted to. And now you don't see me, you just hear me. And I'd say, hey, so I just made this website for you. And this part is going to help you get attention. And I use these colors because of this. And I noticed that you really like to use this font. So I used that font, but I made it a little bit bold. And this is where people can now contact you much easier than your other site. And you take them through like a 5 to 10 minute, don't make it much longer, just a quick little video of you showing it to them. Or if you're doing it to market, you could say, hey, same thing. I'm making websites. This is a look at my portfolio of 3 websites I've made. If you want something that looks this beautiful, get in touch with me, send me a DM or send me an email or text me. And you don't have to be on video. You can just show the work. I hope this makes sense. I hope it helps you. I can't wait to interview more of you. Every time I hear about this story, I'm interviewing more people. So I hope you're next. If you're next, let me know in the comments and let's go.